Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a saving a disaster situation playing as the Golden Order, where we've got a ridiculous mismatch here between a trash army with Boris Todbringer going up against Nakai the Wanderer. So yeah, these units here, they are going to do nothing against all this, like high armor, high morale, monster units versus low morale, no armor piercing, but look, Legend armor, aren't you large? So what I'm going to do here is read out the email, get some context, and then we'll figure this out. So he says, "Hi Legend, I got myself into a bit of a pickle. By getting overconfident in my guild campaign, I've been steamrolling everything and even managed to confederate Toddy. Well, naturally, I declared war on Nakai while only having 2 crap stacks on his border. He came out to fight Toddy and I can't seem to handle this battle. He's encamped, but I have the ability to recruit any regiments of renown and the full college except scrying available. So I feel like it's possible, but there is not a lot of space in the chokehold map. I've tried recruiting the 2 gun and unbreakable regiments of renown, a celestial wizard or the landship. I get kinda close, killing the wizard, knocking out the crocs and the bastiladons kinda early, and eating up all the feral cold ones with my spearmen. But in the end, Nakai gets in there and kills all my low-level heroes before regen can save them, and the Saurus eventually churn through me. So I'm gonna read out a line from a movie, because as I was reading this, it was just like, that was the line that came to mind as I was reading it. And it'll make sense to those of you who are like, who grew up in the 90s. You'll know what movie this is from, because also it'll be in the thumbnail. I can't resist. I've already decided I'm going to do that. But I don't mean it in a mean-spirited way. I mean this in a funny way. But basically, I'm just going to start reading it out now. What you've just said in this email is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever read. At no point in your ramblings, incoherent response, were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational tactic. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it, and I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul." I changed a few of the words in there. So that's from Billy Madison. Funny part in the movie, whatever. I just felt the urge to say it. He's just wrong on basically every front of his explanation. We don't need regiments of renown. None of them. We don't need any of these units. And the reason why I felt the need to read that out, well, for one, I hope you guys got a laugh out of it. But again, I'm not trying necessarily to be mean. I know it's going to come across as mean. It is what it is. But because he already does know the right answer, because he's already done it in the campaign, and like, I just don't know why you didn't think of it, because I show this off all the damn time. It should be obvious what the solution is. So he has already managed to get the Hourglass of Shiny Sands. Now, hands up if you thought that that's what I was going to say. Because it's 100% of the time that's what I do in a Golden Order campaign. It's the first thing I fucking check. Why? Because when you're up against the odds, this is like a slam dunk, oh, if I want to win a battle, I just do this. And you've already done it. You've already got it. You've clearly assessed, because it's only turn 29, you've already assessed that this is a winning, like, an unbeatable tactic. So why didn't you do it here? So, here's the thing. Doing this on its own doesn't necessarily make the battle easy, because we've only got access to rank 7 recruit rank with these wizards. That will not get us to Purple Sun. Now, with these Hourglass of Shiny Sands, and maybe this is why you didn't think to do it, if you want to get the last rites charged up, you need to get up to 500 kills. So it scales based on that. Now, using Spirit Leech to get 500 kills, that is time consuming. But you gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. So we're going to get Spirit Leech, obviously, and yeah, it's not gonna let us get to Evasion, but that's okay. And we definitely won't be able to get to Purple Son of Xerius. I don't expect him to have a higher recruit rank. In fact, I think his campaign has gone quite well. So I'm gonna, obviously it was a bit mean at the start there, intentionally. I mean, it's just that's the line that I thought of. But I think his campaign's just gone really well. I mean, the fact you got a Confederation this early is good. You built this. It's good. I mean, you prioritize it over the major settlement. So that's the thing that made me confused. It's like, I think this person's actually very good at the game. It just completely didn't think to do this. I don't know why. He's like, oh, how can I make this situation really hard? I'll hire a bunch of regiments of renown. None of them are going to help. And it's going to bankrupt you because they're so expensive. This doesn't cost anything except for books. And we'll get books for winning the battle. So, if we have a look over here, yeah, we'll have enough movement to be able to attack still with this. Yeah, if I can just get out of channeling stance. Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay, so we've currently got 2 wizards in here. Now, if we want to power him up, we need more wizards just to act for a what's it called? Spell intensity. Now, with 2 wizards in there, that means 15% spell intensity. If you want to get to 200%, you actually need 8. Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get all of them, because we can only get each wizard once per turn. So if they're all available, that does mean that we need to recruit 7 of them, because we already started off with a life wizard. So, let's do this. Yep, gold wizard, a fire wizard, a celestial wizard.
I await to advise.
Already got a life wizard, don't need another one. A beast wizard,
The Amber Order.
a light wizard,
I serve no master.
and a shadow wizard.
What do you
Good.
seek?
And you know what the funny thing is as well? He already knows what he's doing. This is why it's like he's already done the solution. The solution was already there. Obviously, you can't use Balthazar Guilt's army, but the template is right there. Okay, so then we bring them over here.
Magic untamed. Ready to burn them.
So just bring him in over here. Should have the exact same movement that the Death Wizard had. Bring them all in.
The winds blow strong.
Yeah.
Golden saucer. You lack my expertise.
I don't imagine any of these guys here are going to slow us down. Yep, no, we're still good. Yep.
Step to it.
Okay, it'll probably be a decisive defeat in order resolve. Now, I would actually take Gotrek and Felix out of the battle, out of the army, except that it would be good to have them get some experience. Now, because we've got a lot of fast units, it's good that they've got the horseback. That was absolutely essential for this. It wouldn't work if we didn't. Because they're slow, they could get pinned down by Nakai's forces, especially considering it's a choke point battle, meaning that we're probably not going to be able to like hide somewhere or just move them around on the side of the battle. But what I'll do is I'll put them in a corner somewhere. They'll fight as long as they have to, but we'll get them out of there. But Toddy's on horseback, so he'll be able to move. If we have a look, our speed is 78 pretty much across the board. And their speed, this one here can catch us, but he won't be able to pin us down. Well, they don't have genders, but whatever, you know what I mean. And then the next fastest unit is the Stegodon. Now, that one's still quite a threat because it'll shoot ballista shots at us.
Yes, my lord.
As for these other ones, we don't really need to level them up, but it would be good if, after we've charged up Last Rites, don't just rely on the Death Wizard. Flock of Doom would be good to use because that'll be good for getting rid of mass amounts of infantry. I think that the Fire Wizard here, we're just not going to be using that at all. Possibly I'll use Melkoth Mystifying Miasma. Possibly. Discipline is also helpful for us, but it's just a random trait. I could put 2 points into that, but it would be better to just get him straight towards Arcane Conduit. Net of Amentok seems like a good idea here. Searing Doom might be okay, but I'm not going to rely on it. See, if I put 2 points into the first spell, we're not going to get to evasion, which will give them more speed and melee defense. Okay, so probably more likely to use Curse of the Midnight Wind, but I'm very unlikely I'm going to use this one at all. Okay. So that's good. Alright, then the next thing, we haven't actually equipped the item yet. I need to go and grab it off. This one's surely there. Yep, I'll take that. Don't need to take anything else off him. It's fairly early in the campaign, so I don't expect there to be a lot of equipment. But we'll put a few things on here and there. Accursed Armor. That'd actually be good for Gotrek, I think. So I'll give you an Armor of Fortune. Got a casting item, maybe. Channeling Staff could be good. And yeah, we definitely don't have enough for everyone. Yeah, you can keep that. Crown of Commands, I don't know, might help. Probably won't. Power Stone, bit of extra Winds of Magic. Okay, so go to Gotrek. Because he's... Okay, he's only just been recruited. Yeah, get the Accursed Armor. It lowers his speed and melee attack, but it's fine because his melee attack's already really high. This will basically help him be a lot tankier. And we don't need to worry too much about his speed, because as soon as he's badly damaged, I'll just get him off the battlefield. And that's all we can do, I think, with that one. I'll leave Toddy with the Midland Runefang, though, just in case. Okay, and now that we've done that, everything is on the max battle difficulty. And let's see here. I reckon this will be a decisive defeat in auto-resolve. And we'll do what we can. But yeah. I think he was just getting too hung up on using units to win this battle. Like, Nakai is very difficult to deal with in the early stages of the campaign, because he's able to recruit very good units very early on, way better than what the Empire could build, and you can't match up to him. And using regiments of renown are good to supplement your army, not to have your entire army be regiments of renown and then fill up the rest of it with shit. Because all those spearmen are going to do is lose balance of power. So as you've got units like archers, like these archers, for example, I don't have a problem with you recruiting archers. It's just useless in this scenario. They're not going to do any damage, and they're just going to lose. So they're pointless in this situation here. Now, if you had two armies, because he did say he had two crap stacks, but he didn't put them together. Nothing wrong with using crap stacks, but they've got to support each other. You can't, like, declare war on Nakai and then spread your forces out all over the place. Be like, well, I don't understand. I've got like 4 armies, but they're all spread out. They're not going to support each other. And you're going up against an army that doesn't have any settlements. So they're, you don't know where they're going to come out from. And also, why did you declare war without the ability to strike at him first? Because I'm assuming what happened here is that he didn't declare war this turn. That's my interpretation of it, but I'm not entirely sure. So usually what I do when declaring war on Nakai is get my armies into position, if I'm not going to, do this, and so like 2 crap stacks, make sure it's definitely going to win an auto-resolve, make sure that at the start of my turn, I'm definitely going to be able to catch him, then I declare war and then wipe him out. Done. Preferably auto-resolve, although he does tend to have very good auto-resolve results. Okay, so we need to utilize the Death Wizard first, because they got to charge up Blast Rights, because we don't have... We've got a decent amount of Winds of Magic. It's not enough to kill the entire army. We've got 2 Winds of Magic cost on Spirit Leech, so just casting that alone will charge up our Winds of Magic. But we want to also get that passive from here. It would be really great if we had Purple Son of Xerius. It is what it is. We're just going to deal with it. Alright, so... Now, this is why it was really important to have speed. Eventually they're going to cross, and it would be good if they only crossed in one location. Yeah, they're coming over this way, and that we could run right past them. So we could probably run right past those Bastiladons there. Watch out for this Stegodon. Can't see where its range... there it is. Okay, I'm out of range there. Alright, so we need to essentially wipe out 5 units of Saurus warriors in order to fully charge this up. Now, we don't have to fully charge it, but I've got to charge it up at least somewhat. And that's just going to take a bit of time. That's all. Right, so they've got that popping down. Yeah, that's another thing. With these Feral Cold ones, all of your missile units could potentially get pinned down with that. So we should have 200% spell intensity. Yep. Now, if any of our guys leave the battlefield, we will lose spell intensity. So I'm just going to focus on this one here. Now you might think, wouldn't it be better to kill the enemy lords first? Yeah. Yes and no. We can outrun the enemy lords, the single entities, their monsters, all that kind of stuff. Just avoid them for the time being. We need time to charge this up. If we kill off the single entities first, then we're not going to charge this up. I can kill this. That way it's charging while I'm also Spirit Leeching them. Because, yeah, he's got more than 5 units of infantry. And again, we don't have to charge it up fully, but I've got to at least get it to 20% filled. So that's 1 unit fully wiped up. So that we can get 0.02 Winds of Magic per second. Now, if they send infantry all the way through all 3 of these spots, that's fine. As far as choke points are concerned, this is a pretty good one for us, I think. I already checked to see if there was a banner of swiftness there, War Centennial. So it's charging up. We should be getting some passive Winds of Magic regen. Now, another thing is that if we isolate a unit of like Croxigors like this, these guys here could potentially beat it. Potentially. Because we do have heal magic as well. God. 78 speed compared to 51 speed, but they're infinitely charging. I'll just lure them over this way. Well, since I can't really cast anything else, I might as well do that. Oh my god, they're actually catching up to us. They're faster than us. Infinite fucking charge. But they're getting really tired. While we're doing that. Okay, they finally backed off there. Not too worried about this one. None of their spells can do anything to us.
Grave danger.
Gotta get back over here and focus on this one. Don't want to be overcasting it and running the risk of miscasting it. Still being a bit of a nuisance. So get Gotrek and Felix. Really want to make sure that when the time comes, I can just hit withdraw on them, and then that's fine. What happened there? Oh, I think the Stegodon shot me. Yeah, it must have. Got life bloom. Okay, that's good. Alright. Yeah, lure them over here. We'll have to get around this way here and get it around the other way. Would prefer to cast it on this one here, but too far away. But yeah, I hope the guy doesn't take it personally that I read out that that line from Billy Madison. I just thought it'd be funny. Typically speaking, whenever I say something like that, people get it. You know, the person that sends in the email. It's usually just some fucking idiot in the comments. It's like, oh, I would hate to send Legend a save file. In fact, now I'm getting a lot of people saying, please roast me. So I do appreciate you guys saying that. And the thing is, the ones that are like, Legend, please roast me, they're like, ah, you didn't really do anything that stupid. It's just a tough situation. Everyone gets into tough situations every now and again. Yep. Keep that going. But yeah, another thing is that, like, I just don't really understand why he declared war against Nakai. So unprepared. But I guess he did say it was steamrolling, so he must have gotten overconfident. But I can't make sense of... Oh yeah, I'm breeding up on rats and Skaven. Oh, rats and Skaven, same thing. Rats and vampire accounts. Oh, they showed me with the Ballistodon. Sorry, Ballistodon. No, it's Stegodon, but I call it Ballistodon. Well, one of you guys calls it a Ballistodon in a live stream like years ago, and I was like, I like that. That's what it should be called. So we got 51 kills on it, so 8%. God damn it, the fucking charge speed bonus that they get. Get too close to Nakai, be careful. Definitely would have been great if we had the flying mount, but it is what it is. Okay, we're a little bit tired, so we've lost 4 speed. Has he got perfect vigor? No. But I should maybe think about staying still for a little bit. Now, one of the reasons why I'm not using channeling staff too much, or at all, is because we want to keep getting the life leeching bonus. If I cast too quickly, well then it's not going to, we're not going to get full use out of it. Because even now, we've actually got more winds of magic than what we started off with, because I haven't cast any other spells. What happened to that unit? Did I wipe it out? No, I couldn't have wiped it out. I don't have enough kills on it. No, there it is. Okay, they're not going at Gotrek and Felix, that's fine. But yeah, if we had left the infantry, they would have just charged right at them, and they wouldn't have done anything. And losing them would just make it harder to inflict the army losses on them, because it would just mean later army losses. Because of the relative balance of power loss. Shaved off like 1 second from that. Okay, when they get really low on health, that's when we start to actually inflict kills on them. Good, at 10%. So just bank up some magic. Oh, you know what might be good? If I use Flock of Doom on them, it's probably not going to kill any of them, but it'll damage them, so it'll be easier for this guy here to inflict damage on them. To inflict kills on them. Because yeah, loads of infantry in here. I just realized that then. I should have done that. Especially while they're blobbed up like this. Try not to hit this one here, because that is actually likely that we'll inflict kills. So, he's getting a few kills. Probably on this one here. But it will make it... See, these ones here, they didn't get any kills. I reckon, again, on this here would be good. With the Beast Wizard. But yeah, try to avoid hurting that one. Probably will get a few kills, yep. But just make it quicker for him to get the kills. Like, I don't need him to get every single kill in the battle here. Once we're at 500, then that's it. That's all we need. So that remaining unit went in through here. I'd like to finish it off with Spirit Leech. Charge this up. Because yeah, the last Spirit Leech, that'll give us the most kills. That probably will finish it off. Because it is 100%... Sorry, plus 100% spell intensity. Guess not. Stay over here. I'm going to do another one of them, because you can see they're still not taking any casualties.
Blow deathly winds. Depart. Wither and die.
So yeah, really want to get into the biggest concentration of them. So that should wipe out that unit, I hope. Did, good. Alright, so we've got that charge 17%. Like I said, we don't have to charge it up fully. Just the more we charge it up, the better. And as it's charging up now, passively, we should be okay to use our other spells. So Flock of Doom, with, again, 200% spell intensity. But soon... let's see. Right, focus on this one, so I'm just going to leave that one behind, that's fine. We go through here. Looks like they're going to head towards this way. Yeah, look, it's getting way more kills. I think that's the first Spirit Leech on that particular unit. Once he starts getting loads of kills on these ones here, that's a good time to, I think, stop. Good, still got 100 on them. And this one has done 29,000 in damage. This one has 16,000. So yeah, this guy's done the damage, which is fine. Like twice as much as this one, but this guy's getting the kills. That's what we wanted to see here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, our power reserve has been charging faster than we've actually been putting it into our power. Yeah, it is. Because we don't have any arcane conduits. And Last Rites does provide us with power regen as well. We've currently got it at 20%. It says 80% there, but that's not correct. Because if it was at 80%, 1 power per 8 seconds, that wouldn't be right. Because Arcane Conduit, like 40%, gets it like it's 1 per 7. So that can't be right. This is correct. That's how much we're actually getting. And that is a graphical bug.
Grave danger. Quietus. Wizard ready.
So yeah, we've got 0.03. So we got that 20% that we wanted. But if we get more, great. That'll just allow us to fling more spells around, maybe. Having this one here cast... Actually, put that down so that we can... Alright, I'll let them fight for a little bit over here, but at level 1, they're probably not going to do very much. But while in melee, at least Felix will be able to heal them a little bit. But yeah, we've got the option to withdraw, because we're not caught in force march, or we're not sallying out or anything.
Wizard of death. Moving.
Keep that going. Good, he's recovered most of his fatigue. That's good to see. And hopefully this will make them somewhat tired while fighting here.
I agree. Ready to fight.
Yeah, if there's going to be a massive blob over here, let's get the Flock of Doom in there as well.
Amethyst wizard. Death comes.
Godric!
Trick's not fair and great. That doesn't do much damage to single entities, got nothing to worry about there. So, pretty stably keeping our power reserve at about 64.
Of Shaiish. Blow deathly
Stegadon
winds.
shot at me again.
Set off. Wizard ready. Creators.
Quickly!
Yep, he's healing, that's good.
Onwards! Now!
No need to bring anyone else over here right now.
At speed!
Get this one in here. Hit them as much as possible. Have they got a revivification crystal or something?
Carnage awaits! Fleet!
No, I don't think so. Just wondering why there was a unit here that was at full health. But maybe I just didn't hit it with the other Flock of Dooms.
Onwards!
Alright, so this here... Yeah, damn it.
Forward!
Too close to it. With the dodge. Okay, it's lost all of its primary shot, but it's still going to have secondary shots. If we can lure it away, I'll maybe think about Spirit Leeching it. And yeah, they're doing pretty well there. Back to back. Or back to the wall. So, 9 kills. I'll take it. Just again, just using it to charge this up. Definitely would have been great if we had Purple Sun, but, you know, we can't. Maybe once this guy's leveled up a little bit more. Maybe from this battle. Unlikely, though.
Shaiish empowers.
Look at that. Godric's actually healing. So whatever he was fighting at the beginning of the fight that did some damage to him must have backed off or something. Alright, for one Spirit Leech, that's not too bad there. Is this thing tired? Nope. Alright, speed that up. Alright, so we've currently got 0.04 recharge rates. Okay, I think it'd be a good idea to get healed a little bit.
On foot. Wither and die.
Yeah, we've got a significant amount more Winds of Magic than what we started off with. So that's great.
This way. Hearts will stop.
At once!
Look at these guys go.
Very well. Godric!
Yeah, that must have been the one that did some damage to him early on.
The Empire endures!
Swift.
Okay, get these ones here into melee with them.
With haste.
Because I reckon this is going to break soon. It would be good if we just didn't have to waste a lot of time with it.
At speed.
Amber Wizard! I am
Okay,
Fury!
I reckon that'll be a good idea so we take less damage. Because now we can definitely afford to cast more spells.
Death comes.
That's an order! Sigmar falls! The Empire!
Good, all the characters that I wanted to get healed did. And they would have gotten a little bit of life bloom from that. Good, Stegadon gone. Alright,
Blow
back
deathly
over there.
winds. Moving.
so that's only 4 Winds of Magic. It doesn't really matter because we basically charge up that amount of magic in, let's see, we're at 0.04. So it's 100 seconds per one of those spells at the current charge rate. Good, back up to full health. Okay, Felix is almost out of regen. And he has killed a few. Not too many kills, but a fair bit of damage. Hopefully taking out single entities. Yeah, Coxigors. Well, they're not single entities, but they're monsters.
Death Seeker!
Because, yeah, we can very easily take out Saurus Warriors using Flock of Doom. Alright, go for the one that's most damage. Keep charging up. Good. No kills done so far, so that means the Flock of Doom got them down to half health. So this guy here can get all the kills from it twice as quickly.
Purge
Bring him over here. I think another Flock of Doom on that should be fine. Alright, we're getting close to getting this one here to 50%. How'd this one take damage? This has been overcasting or something. It would be good if we killed this one this battle. Don't let an army loss out of here. Because it's getting close to immortality and we don't have enough movement to catch them unless I take all of the heroes out of the army except for the Life Wizard and Gotrek and Felix. Because they're slowing the army down a little bit. Okay, so now we've got a Bastillodon Ark of Sotek coming after us. But that's cool, we'll just separate them. Yeah, like I said, his army's got a big weakness here. They just can't catch us. Just lean into it.
On foot. Curses of Shaiish. Swift.
And, you know, I don't think this is against his playstyle, because he's literally made this pretty much exact army with Gelt. So it's like, there might be a few people being like, but Legend, what if he doesn't want to do that? He clearly does want to do it. He's already doing it. Oh, no. Rally, 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 rally. Okay, well, I might catch it in another battle. It's not going to get any experience from this battle here unless it actually kills something. Or unless the army kills something. And there's pretty low chance of that occurring. Because they have to kill one of our heroes, which I'm not going to let that happen. Alright, you can leave the battlefield now, Felix. Because he's used up all of his regen. And so has Gotrek. Just finish fighting those Proxygors if you wouldn't mind. Oh, it's playing our music now. Just realised that. Good. Low health, but loads of entities remaining. Really good for the Death Wizard, but he's on the other side of the map.
Running.
Yeah, Gotrek's fine. I think the Accursed Armor is working wonders for him with really high melee defense and then extra physical resistance. It's really good. Alright, that's not a great one to cast on because it's still got a fair bit of health. I'd prefer not to overcast it. It's only 3 winds of magic, but then we run the risk of miscasting. I mean, it just gives us extra range. Doesn't make the attack any stronger. Alright, might be a good idea to withdraw Gotrek now.
Ready.
Good. Oh shit, he's not been withdrawing. Because he... Damn it, Gotrek. Stop trying to be a perfect slayer and get out of here. Leave, leave, leave. You should be able to get out now. Cool. So we lose a little bit of balance of power with those. But at the same time, I think they did their work. They did a lot of damage. So I don't think it's going to affect our... how late the army loss is going to be triggered or not. I think we're getting fairly close to him being able to inflict it. Okay, you get back over here. It would be good if we could wound Nakai in this battle. Another thing you could do as well, because Nakai's got a really good defeat trait, is not wound him in this battle. Tag out Toddy for somebody else, so you get the defeat trait twice. Oh wait, he's unbreakable, so no, we can't. That's not going to work. Alright, so just hoping that doesn't kill too many of them with that Flock of Doom. Yeah, it's killing a few. That one there, sliver of health left, but still half their entities. So that's going to charge this up quite nicely. Yeah, look at that, 47 of them with that much health.
Blow deathly winds.
Good, rack up those kills.
Caster of Shaiish.
It's quite tired. It's not ideal.
Grave danger.
But yeah, we should really try to make sure that anyone fights Nakai in melee. Even Toddy, probably, that's a bad idea. I mean, when you got Spirit Leech being this strong, it does have a fair bit of resistance to spells, but
Ready.
Spell intensity helps to mitigate that.
Spirits invoked.
Alright, we've got loads of Winds of Magic now. I don't think we need to worry too much about charging up Last Rites any further. So I'm going to focus now a lot more on single entities. Unless there's a unit like this one here that's still got 33 troops and
Deathly winds.
barely any health left.
Shaiish empower.
So if I can get to that, that'd be good, because that'll, you know, charge it up a bit faster.
No.
Wizard of death. Brave.
So don't cast Flock of Doom in there, but I'll cast it over here. Probably give him a few kills. Yep.
Wizard.
Wild heart.
On foot.
Amber wizard.
Depart.
I hunger.
Death comes.
Amber wizard.
Okay, so pop that down there. Him. Oh, I should be doing on this. Oh, it doesn't really matter. We've got to get rid of Nakai at some point anyway. Okay, that one's catching up to us, despite a pretty big speed
Hearts will stop.
advantage that we've got. We've also almost used up our regen. Now, if he leaves the battlefield or gets killed,
Speed.
we lose the Last Rites ability. Now,
Going.
we still get to keep whatever we've charged
I am furious.
so far.
Amber wizard.
Okay, I need you to just cast something, because this will give us a bit of extra speed.
Ready.
Just get him to move a bit quicker, get out of there.
Wither and die.
At speed.
On foot.
Expensive way to just boost his speed by 10% for a couple of seconds, but he was taking too much damage and wasn't liking that. Need to get it to his infantry. They're keeping him back. I mean, I don't need to, it's just faster recharge would be good. There we go. So 33 kills there. If we could get him. Yep.
Take position.
Alright, what are some other spells we could do? Burning Head? Nah. Nah. I guess I could be using Net to pin them down now.
Ready for war.
If they're getting too close. Yeah, why not? Not a cheap spell, but at 0.06 winds of magic per second, it doesn't take too long to generate that kind of magic.
This way.
Alright, this spell here should wipe this one out.
On.
Alright, Flock of Doom in here would be awesome. So blobbed up.
Wizard.
Probably will kill a lot of their infantry, but like I said, I think we've charged this up enough now.
Amen. Bestial strength.
And don't get me wrong, I'll still take the kills. But if all of their infantry just drop dead right now and he doesn't get any more kills, that's fine.
Ulrich's wrath.
Victory will be ours!
Swift.
Untamed.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Spirits invoked. Quietus.
Hunting. Untamed power.
Okay, all good.
Amber
So yeah, just in case you don't realize,
Grave.
which I explained at the beginning, why did we get all these wizards if we weren't going to use them? They're extra spell intensity.
With haste.
now.
Death's
We could have done this with 100% spell intensity, it just would have taken twice as long.
This
Which, twice as long means giving them more opportunities to dish out damage to us.
a path.
So we've got this at 0.6. Okay, I need... Yep, need more kills.
Curses of Shaiish.
Yeah, he racked up a lot of kills on that last Flock of Doom there.
Death comes.
Final Transmutation amongst this would be really good.
Blow deathly winds. Moving.
It's got this at 0.07 now, that's good.
Wither and die.
Right, at this point here, I think, don't worry about the infantry. We've charged it enough. let's focus on getting rid of Nakai. Actually, no, let's go with the Croxigors first, because Nakai is unbreakable. We can worry about him after the army losses has been triggered. Although, we're tired, and he... Has he got something that's recovering his... Yeah, the golden tributes, right, so that's what's happening. He doesn't have perfect vigor, but his running fatigue is lower than his recovering fatigue. So unless he fights in melee, he's not going to get tired. That's it. Okay, let's get through these Croxigors. I mean, they'll still rack up a few extra kills for us, but the whole unit's, what, 16? That's not going to do very much. Across, yep, okay, so you continue that going. Don't worry about spirit leeching healthy units like that. Forget it. But we will Flock of Doom them. Good. And, okay, there's the army losses. So, don't worry about Nakai just yet. Let's try to kill as many of their units before they leave the battlefield. Net of Amantok on him. Oh, that one's so close to death. Need to go take that out.
Deathly winds. Grave danger.
Because, yeah, this is the only one that we couldn't get,
Going.
what's it called, evasion on as well.
Death comes.
So it's a couple of seconds, really. Try to get rid of the monsters. They're the big threat.
Moving. A path.
Good. Slow down, Nakai.
Amethyst wizard.
Alright, one Spirit Leech should finish that one off.
Go in. Wither and die.
That's good. Alright, good. That one's dead. Nothing wrong with fighting these in melee. They can't fight back. Oh, shit. He got his revenge on my guy. Just need to do a bit of healing. Come on, you're not netted. Get out of there. He's only terror routed. I'll run into his face. That's the safest place to be. Whenever you're getting attacked by a crocodile, this is some Australian wisdom for you. The safest place to be is inside the crocodile, because it can't bite you if you're already in its stomach. Genius. That's light wizard logic right there. It can't chew me if I'm already swallowed.
Blow deathly winds. Grave danger.
Alright. And there's these infantry over here. Let's see if we can get rid of them. I'll just send the Shadow Wizard over there, actually. Let's get the Life Wizard over here so we can get some heals on these two. Can't end the battle at completely full strength.
On foot.
Scottrick and Felix already left. And this guy here is at his max healing anyway. Or almost at his max healing. So yeah, when we reach this point in the battle, we got heaps of Winds of Magic and only one unit left. Then we don't need to be stingy with the spells. But obviously, chucking spells like Awakening of the Wood, it's only worth it to slow him down. But with the spell intensity, it's 90% slowdown.
Wizard
That's pretty good.
ready.
So because of his ward save and his spell resistance, he's got essentially 50% spell resistance. So it's like we're casting 100% spell intensity against him.
Death comes.
Let's see how much this slows him down by. I think that lies. That's not correct, because that's not 90%. That was 45%.
Blow
Yeah.
deathly winds.
This is why I tell you guys, don't trust the UI with this because it's just wrong a lot of the time. Like, at least with the healing, it says heal 1.6% up to 0.8%. At least it tells you. It's like they make it more complicated than it needs to be. That basically spell intensity is useless on this, right? So it's got a cap to how much it can heal. But yeah, with this one here, because normally the base speed reduction is 45%. And again, we'll do this again. We take 45% off his base speed. So his base value is 50. So 45% taking off that, roughly half, would be 25, 24, 23, right? 90% would be taking off 45 of his speed. So it's wrong. Because yeah, all percentage buffs and debuffs always apply to whatever the base is. So for example, if you use a 50% slowdown, and then the character uses something that gives themselves a 50% speed up, then it just mitigates it.
Wizard of death.
So just cancel each other out essentially.
Depart. Wither and
I
die.
can actually use just a little bit more healing though.
Amethyst wizard.
For you. We should be able to beat him in melee now, but we've seen that we could end up taking a lot of damage while doing next to none to him. He's very strong. Anyway, he's gone. Alright, and there we go. Heroic victory. Yep. That's what I was expecting for that one. And yeah, I wouldn't say that was a difficult battle. It's just time consuming. But, you know, what would that take me? 40 odd minutes. As opposed to losing. I know some people would rather lose a battle than spend more than 5 minutes fighting a battle. They're like, if I can't win the battle in 10 minutes, I just concede defeat. Some people are like that. And that's fine. They can do it that way. Cool. Basically a 50% refund on what we spent. But I don't think he's going to complain with the army that we've got him here. I think it's cheaper than what he had before. Marginally. But it's certainly a lot better. Okay. So, with this army here, we can't reach it with this one unless I take out all of these heroes. Now, the thing is, if I take out all these heroes, we've still got these two here, well, these three that can go to melee to fight all of them. Because it would be good to finish them off. I'm not sure if he wants to finish off Nakai or he wants to farm the defeat trade or who knows. So, I'll just leave it there.
Raise Sigma.
Maybe I'll send him 2 save files because it's not on legendary difficulty. Wait, it is, isn't it? Yeah, but it's not Iron Man mode. So all I need to do is then just make a freaking backup save, essentially. Legend, please. Bitch, please. Lower my IQ by reading that email. No, I'm just being mean on purpose. I don't actually mean it. I can understand why he didn't do this. Sort of. Yeah, so like I said, if we move him out, I'm going to move all of them out of it.
Moving.
We cannot. A weak order.
Flame off.
We're going to have enough movement to actually get them out of the position.
I will not obey.
Oh, crap.
Yes, my lord.
May not have enough to get him out. There is another option. Not ideal,
Sir, I have
but it'll work.
chosen a path.
Yeah, I can't get him out.
Moving would be wise.
I could. If I press R.
Kill!
There we go. Do it that way.
Indeed.
If you use an agent action,
Through my might.
does that work? No. Okay, now we've used up all the places we can. So these two here, how we get them out of the army is obviously you could just disband them, or we could respec them.
By the comet.
So they'll be back in those turns, and then he gets all of his movement back, because all of those guys had to come from over here, whereas he started his turn here. War declared. I didn't actually check this before. Yeah, see how it doesn't say Nakai the Wanderer? That's what I suspected. He didn't actually declare war this turn.
What does the
Now,
Emperor bid?
I kind of suspect we won't get an auto resolve win here, but let's see. I don't usually send 2 save files back to people. It's just up to him which one he wants to do. So with this one, how are they going for infantry?
I will marshal the band.
Yeah, we've got plenty of wins. I don't think that's going to be the problem. Actually, what would be really good is getting Beast Slayer. It won't give us campaign movement range this turn, but it'll give it to you next turn. And you won't be able to reattach these heroes this turn, but you will be able to next turn, if that's what you want to do with them. Okay, and then Toddy. Make him strong. Actually, because he's got Leg Biter, health will be particularly useful for him. And plus, he just got Nakai's defeat trait, so that provides melee defense. Alright, I reckon this will still be like maybe a close defeat in auto resolve. It's fairly close. Has to be fought manually, but they don't stand a chance. Legend, you forgot the banner! Oh no! I forgot the Scarecrow banner! The one that provides anti-leadership on flying units when in melee, when they have one flying unit that won't go into melee with us. Ah!
See to it.
Alright, so we'll try to get some healing done first. Now, Gotrek has slowed down because of the accursed armor. So we keep that in mind. Also, we don't have unlimited magic in this one. So, that being said, I'm just relying on healing anyway. I don't know. Getting rid of the infantry with dwells below is probably going to be more cost effective for us than killing them one at a time with our single entities. Now, another thing is that Felix could just... Hang on. Could just heal them when they're in melee.
Sword draw. On my command. War.
But I think he can only heal 2 of them at a time, including himself in that. Right, I don't think this is doing any serious damage to us.
Things must wither.
I agree.
Okay, one of them don't.
On to war.
We also don't have any spell intensity now.
Reach.
Yeah, that's fine.
The woods are
So that'll use up a lot of winds of magic, but it should pretty much just destroy all of these Saurus units.
right. It is done. Doth endure
It's almost his regen already. But I mean, he did start off the battle quite badly damaged. I should have put that Talisman of Endurance on him, because it's on the Death Wizard. It's obviously of no use to him now. Same thing with the Glittering Scales. Not necessarily on Gotrek, but on someone.
am its vessel.
The Empire endures.
Should be fine.
Gain order.
Okay, might need another Dwells Below, but we don't have any more magic.
Feel life flow.
Berserker.
You guys need to be focusing on that Bastillodon, not the infantry.
Die, filth.
End them. With haste. Swiftly. Forward. Attack.
Right, so all the healing that these two here need to do can just be done with Felix, and of course Boris has got the
Speed.
leg biter, so he'll heal on his own.
It shall be.
But I think I need to save up magic for the dwellers below. I should have waited a bit longer before charging in here, because you know we've got 67 sitting there in reserves. I need 17, so that's 90 seconds before we're going to get another cast of this in. But that will wipe out the rest of them.
That's an order. All right.
The Empire.
Could use Awakening of the Wood, but it's got no armor piercing. Which, these guys just shrug it off. Alright, I gotta get Felix out of here now.
Forward.
Gotrek can still stay in the fight a little bit longer, but Felix has got to go.
Go. With haste.
Gotrik's still got a little bit of health left that he can recover.
By Ulrich's wrath,
Keep focusing on that Bastillodon. Because we're almost there. Just need 5 more magic.
Battle away!
Yeah, like I said, this one's going to refuse to come into melee.
no!
Fleet!
And the problem here now, they're sending some of their troops to go and fight Felix. So if I use the dwellers below, they're going to be out of the way. I don't want that. Unless Felix hides. If he hides, then... Okay, they're going back over there anyway. Alright, let's do that. This, I think, will cause the army losses.
Power of life!
Yep, there we go.
With haste!
Probably in slightly worse shape than we were to begin with. Especially with Felix, but Gotrek is in better shape than he was previously. So we run them down just so that we get as much loot money as possible. That's the only reason, because everything that we don't kill, we don't get any money or experience for. Ah, screw it. That's fine. It's only Saurus Warriors. They're not going to provide much. Alright, so I don't know if that's going to wipe out Nakai's army completely. Nakai's faction completely. It'd be pretty funny if he's got another army hanging around the corner, and over the end turn they attack, and of course we can't put the other heroes in the army. And all they had to do was just sit there and wait. But that basically, that's why we're making 2 save files, and you can decide which one he wants to actually continue from. 2 Scarecrow banners. Thanks. Like, another one. Yep, they're destroyed. Okay. And then we just save that as 2. And so what I'll do is I'll send save file 1 and 2 back for him. And he can just pick whichever one he wants. Because, yeah, he might want to keep Nakai alive. Because sometimes keeping Nakai's defeat trade around is pretty good. I wouldn't bother with it personally, playing a Golden Order campaign, considering all the other powers that you have. Having a melee defense on just your Lord, not that essential. But, you know, it's up to him. And then, I would not sit here besieging this. Again, I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. I mean, it's not a great order resolve, but you can fight that manually and win. Without too much difficulty. I think you got a decent amount of Winds of Magic, and this guy here's got Flamestorm. You want to starve it out, that's up to you if you want to be lazy, but I personally wouldn't. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. With Nakai destroyed one way or another, he can now steamroll these guys because they don't fight back. Anyway, it's the end of this one. Appreciate you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found the beginning of this funny. Let me know in the comments whether you did or did not, and I'll make a judgment call whether or not to do something similar in future or not. Anyway, appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.